intercepted. This one picked off Murphy and picked off just like that. Murphy out of bounds, his second pick of the day.
This guy was the #1 player, defensive back out of Arizona a couple of years ago. Have a day, young fella, the redshirt freshman picking off Kyle Bowler.
Oh, the sweet memories from a season ago. He's a second-team preseason All-American this season. It's your sophomore corner. Byron Murphy's good enough to stop by with us. Our first edition of Inside Pac-12 Football. And we get a stud on the show, which I love. Byron, appreciate you stopping by with us. I'm going to get to the football in just a second here. I was getting ready for this interview. I saw this video. I need you to explain to me what was happening because I got so excited. I immediately had sent the link and I said, we got to ask him about this. You got some hops, man.
Yes, sir. So we had a little competition, basketball competition. We started off a little free throw contest. And after that, the players that was able to dunk, we just had to show off their dunk stuff. So I had to just put something on camera, show them I could dunk, that I could get up there.
Now, you have a basketball background. Has Hop actually contacted Coach Peterson and said, look, off season, maybe can we double dip? Can we share this guy?
He actually hasn't contacted him, but I tried, you know me, I tried to play both sides, football and basketball. Well, obviously the football was the route I tried to take, but when I first got here, I was still deciding between playing football and basketball, talking to some of the basketball players I'm close with, asking them, hey man, let me get on the practice team, show out a little bit, come out there, play some hoops with you guys. But that was the biggest thing I asked the players on the basketball team.
How close are you with some of the guys on the team?
I'm very close. Well, Carlos Johnson I grew up with, but he just transferred. But David Chris probably the one I'm closest to. Most of the basketball team, you know, I hang out with outside of the football stadium and stuff like that.
Now, if you're playing with David Crispy, like he's the 2, even though he might play a little 1, so you might have to just yield to him if you guys are in that backcourt. I'd love to see you and Matisse Thybulle go one-on-one.
Oh yes, sir. We went to IMA, the gym right across, right across the street. We actually played 5-on-5. I got to play against some guys. We were just out there competing, having fun, but they was doing some crazy dunks and stuff like that.
All right, off season, hopefully I will make my way up to Seattle, and I want you and Matisse to go one-on-one. His length, your athletic ability, and see what happens there. I don't want it to happen during the season because you get hurt, and then you know Coach Pete's going to be mad at me, so we'll leave that alone. All right, I had an opportunity to see you guys a couple weeks ago in Seattle. Was able to watch your guys' practice, and I could not take my eyes off of your guys' unit. I mean, the secondary looked absolutely spectacular. Explain to me just the competitiveness that happens with guys that are Sunday players playing right now on Saturdays.
Yes, sir. Well, actually, our group is very special. Our unit is very special. We all have a standard in our room. We always compete every day. Every practice, we're competing against each other. So every day, we just get each other better by competing against each other. Who could get the most picks and get that ball back? But as a unit and our young guys stepping up, that's a really big deal. And as we have seniors on our team and in our group specifically, they can just show the young guys how to take reps, practice in the film room and all that type of stuff. So our unit is real close, and we all just it's a high standard for us, so we all got to make sure we stay to that level.
I remember a couple years ago being on campus, and Kevin King was there, and he was working with young freshman wide receivers. You just mentioned some of the young guys in that secondary, and you guys actually have some ballers. What's it like? And look, I mean, it's not like you're a senior out there either. How do you mentor, even at your year, some of the younger players and kind of show them the ropes?
As for me, as me not being like the oldest guy in our room, I just try to do my best. As when I was a freshman, look back when I was a freshman and see all the things that, when I came here, they had a different culture here, a different type of brotherhood. So I had to come here and really just fix all the stuff that I need to fix. And really my role can show the younger guys just the stuff that I know, how long I've been here, the stuff that goes around this team, our locker room, the coaches and everything. So my biggest role to show the young guys is just come in and do the best you can, really, and just, just be yourself.
Who's that young player on defense that can shine and really get some significant opportunities this year?
I mean, they're all good. They're all standing out. Julius, he's standing out making plays. Don making plays. College making plays. They're all coming in making plays. So I think they're all going to be really good for us in our group.
I want to ask you about week 1 and the matchup against Auburn in just a second here. But as we just showed a couple of your interceptions that you had last season, can you just take me onto the football field and what's it like for you when you're actually playing and the ball's up in the air? Like, what's going through your mind as you're trying to make a play?
The biggest thing for me is go high and get the ball. So what I would do when I'm in coverage, if the ball's in the air, just go get it. Don't even try to play the receiver as a DB. Just play the ball and go get it and catch it at the highest point.
Do you feel like the heart rate going, that adrenaline boost in that moment?
Oh yeah, because you know the ball's coming, so you got to make sure you turn and run and get out to play the receiver. So when that ball's in the air, it's really who's going to come down with the ball. It's either you or him. So when the ball's in the air, I'm really just, my heart starts beating fast, and I just got to make that play.
What's it like in practice against some of the wide receivers? If people look and point to Washington, they're saying they're one of the best teams in the country. We just want to know who that home run threat is on offense. I saw you guys working against each other in practice, which I can't even imagine the wars on a regular basis that happens between your guys' group and those wide receivers. But who are some of those guys that really can be the difference maker?
In our offense, we got a lot of special guys, you know, they can all make plays. But we got Aaron that can make plays, Dre, Q. There's a lot of guys that can make plays, but those really the ones that I know when they come out in this man coverage, I just got to really be on my toes and make sure my technique is all right. So when those type of receivers like Ty, you know, big body, Aaron Fuller quick, you know, Dre fast, Q got moved. So those receivers right there can all make plays. So you just got to know when we're going against them that we got to line up and be ready.
A couple weeks ago when I was on campus, I tried to get some of your teammates to tell me how big the Auburn game was. No one would take the bait. Had Miles Bryant on playlist the other day. He wouldn't take it, but we're just days away now from this week 1 matchup. What's it like? What are the conversations like in terms of the preparation for this game?
It's a big deal. So all of our defensive meetings and stuff like that are very detailed. Just going off, you know, our coaches are giving us the best stuff for the game, preparing us for the best. So this game right here, we have to be ready for it. You know, it's a big game. It's a big team that we're playing against. It's a big opener against the SEC team. It's a great team that we're playing against. So in the film room, it's really we all have to lock in and go over all the details that the coaches are giving us. And even, you know, even if we have time throughout our day, we got to go in our coaches' room and watch some more film just to make sure all our details and all our checks are there.
Does this game feel different than other ones? The fact that, opener aside, because I get every team in the country that's playing their opener, it's a big game, but because of the meaning of this and the potential for you guys to be a playoff team, does it feel big?
Yes, sir, definitely. This game does feel big. You know, it's our game opener, like you said, but it's against an SEC team that we know is going to bring it. They're a good team. They got good players on both sides of the ball. So as a unit, we just got to figure out how we got to get through this game. We just got to come in prepared, as our coaches are doing for us, helping us out, and we just got to come in and play our game. And just knowing this is a big game for us, and it's going to definitely see where our team is.
Oh, fairly certain that everyone in the country is going to be watching this matchup because it is that significant. At least all the fans I know that are pulling for the Dogs. Byron, really wish you nothing but the best. Stay healthy this season and looking forward to seeing you on the field on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.